7 true stories so ridiculous they sound completely made up. But every single one actually happened. A chicken that lived for 18 months without its head. A bear that carried artillery shells into battle. And number 1? An entire army declared war on birds, and lost. Let's count them down. Number 7. The most chaotic race in Olympic history. At the 1904 St. Louis Marathon, 32 runners started in 90-degree heat with just one water stop on the entire course. The first man across the line had actually hitched a ride in a car for 11 miles. The real winner, Thomas Hicks, was kept moving by his trainers feeding him brandy mixed with strychnine. Yes, rat poison. He hallucinated across the finish while officials held him upright. Another runner stopped mid-race to nap after eating rotten apples. Out of 32 starters, only 14 finished. Number 6. In 1859, a bankrupt businessman in San Francisco named Joshua Norton simply declared himself Emperor of the United States. And the strangest part? People went along with it. He printed his own money, and local shops actually accepted it. He decreed that Congress be dissolved. When he died in 1880, an estimated 10,000 people lined the streets for the funeral of an emperor who never ruled a thing. Number 5. When Toronto lawyer Charles Vance Miller died in 1926, his will left a fortune to one very specific person. Whichever woman in the city could give birth to the most children in the next 10 years. It kicked off a decade-long baby race the newspapers called the Great Stork Derby. When time ran out, 4 different mothers had each produced 9 qualifying children. A perfect tie. They split a prize worth over $500,000. Number 4. In 1945, a Colorado farmer went to behead a chicken for dinner. But the axe missed the jugular and left the brainstem intact. And the chicken, named Mike, simply did not die. He lived another 18 months with no head, fed milk and grain through an eyedropper. Miracle Mike toured the country and earned his owner $4,500 a month. At his peak, a headless chicken was valued at $10,000. Number 3. During World War II, Polish soldiers adopted an orphan bear cub named Wojtek. To bring him aboard a military ship, they officially enlisted him, with a name, a rank, and a serial number. On paper, he was a private in the Polish army. And he earned it. At the Battle of Monte Cassino, Wojtek carried 100-pound crates of artillery shells to the front line, and reportedly never dropped a single one. He was promoted to corporal, and a bear hugging a shell became his unit's official badge.
Number 2. In 1989, Pepsi signed a deal with the Soviet Union. And for a brief moment, a soda company owned a navy. To pay for their cola, the Soviets handed over 17 submarines, plus a cruiser, a frigate, and a destroyer. On paper, that briefly made Pepsi's fleet one of the largest submarine forces on Earth. The chairman even joked that he was disarming the Soviet Union faster than the US government was. Then Pepsi quietly sold the entire fleet for scrap. And number 1. In 1932, Australia went to war with birds and lost. Thousands of emus were destroying crops in Western Australia, so the government sent in soldiers armed with 2 machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. But the emus scattered, sprinted, and shrugged off the bullets. After weeks of fighting, the army had burned through most of its ammunition for only a few hundred birds. Around 10 bullets for every emu. The military quietly withdrew. The birds had won. If any of these blew your mind, follow Absurd Files for more true stories every day. And tell me in the comments, which one shocked you most?